With the back-to-back release of Climates of Tamriel 5 and CLARALUX 2015, this is as good a time as any to take a look at how the two of them work together. Like peas in a pod, bagels and lox, peanut butter and jelly, heckle and jekyll, and other things that go really well together. Climates of Tamriel 5's new night times are absolutely astounding. Throughout this video, we'll be using Climates of Tamriel 5's Night Level 2. You may make that choice during your installation. In order to determine for yourself what light level you think is best within your game, you'll want to go to CLARALUX's MCM. I did that a moment ago, and I set the lights to 1. I disabled the variance and disabled the glow. When you return to your game, you'll see the lights changing. I'm going to cut the part where I went to MCM 10 times and just show you what the light levels look like. In the lower right corner, you'll see the indicator as to what light level is being displayed at this time. I guess that's kinda obvious. Notice that with each increment, the lights get brighter and wider. If you scroll back in this video, you'll notice that light level 1 and light level 10 are dramatically different. Let's take a look at how the variance feature within CLARALUX can really enhance Climates of Tamriel 5's night times. I've set the variance to 5. This will give us a wide variety of lights. Returning from the MCM, you'll see the lights go out and then come back on. Let's go back to our MCM and adjust this again to show you how each and every time the variance might be just a little bit different. When we return to the game, you can see the lights go out and then come back on, vastly different than they were before. The variance setting is a great tool for an organic lighting effect within Skyrim, and I recommend you use it at a minimum of at least 1. That sounds stupid. 1 is kind of a minimum, but 0 is really the off button, and variance of 1 is pretty cool. Taking a look at light levels in a different place altogether, still in combination with the gorgeous Climates of Tamriel 5, we'll go to a Forsworn readout. I'll again edit out me going back and forth to the MCM 10 times in order to change the light levels and just show you what they look like. And again, you'll notice light level 1 is dramatically different than light level 10. Let's take a second look at how variance works in this particular location. It's extremely similar to exactly what I showed you before, but this is a tutorial, so you might as well watch it. Once you've made your choices and exited the MCM, you'll go back into your game, the lights will do a little bit of a dance, and within a moment, the light settings with your variance will be displayed. A thing that always bothered me about vanilla lighting, and other mods for that matter, is that the lights just simply go out during the day. This is stupid. So CLARALUX 2015 actually has something we're calling daylight illumination. It's a level 0 light that you have no control over, but in the case of foggy weather, as displayed here, you can see a slight glow coming from the light source. This to me makes sense because light doesn't magically stop coming from fire when the sun is out. However, I understand that Skyrim's auto iris has a limitation in this regard, and so they did the best they could with their daylight light settings. And just to show that the light will, of course, change at night to the setting you set it, I hit wait, and there it is. The light will pop back on at the appropriate setting at the appropriate time. Let's take a look at the reset feature. I have intentionally decimated CLARALUX, and you can see that in the distance from the glowing orbs. Now, just so it is said, this has nothing whatsoever to do with Climates of Tamriel 5, and in point of fact, I actually find Climates of Tamriel 5 to be running faster than Climates of Tamriel 3, which is pretty cool. At any rate, if you end up with what I call stacked lights, you're going to see those glowing orbs if you've left the glow feature on, and if you have disabled glow, you will see extremely bright lights, like really, really bright. This will happen for a number of reasons. If you start fast traveling without turning off light level test mode, for instance, which is exactly how I got this done. At any rate, what reset lights will do is it will exactly reset the lights. It takes about a minute. It'll go through the cycle. It'll turn off all of the lights. What reset lights is doing is it's basically allowing time for Papyrus to hopefully catch up with what you've done to it. It sends a command to every light in memory to go off and then sit there for a moment and make sure that it's gone off. And after a period of time, go back on with the light levels that the user wanted in the first place before they got those glowing orbs. I would say loosely 99% of the time reset lights will do the trick if you do find yourself in need of it. Once it's completed its cycle, you'll get a message that says you can now continue playing. Ah, there it is. But do me a favor, don't be cavalier about this feature. Just because I gave it to you doesn't mean I want you to use it every time you fast travel. If you end up needing to reset lights frequently, it's indicative of larger problems within your game. Make sure that you've optimized your system as we've instructed, and you may need to compromise. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me here or on the Nexus.